You might think you know the United Kingdom, but there's more than tea, royalty, and rainy days. From quirky laws to ancient traditions, here are 20 facts about the UK that will truly surprise you. Number 20. Queen Elizabeth II's reign of over 70 years made her the longest-serving monarch in British history, a record of extraordinary dedication. Ascending to the throne in 1952, her coronation was a global spectacle, broadcast to millions and heralding a new Elizabethan age. She became a symbol of stability, guiding the nation through the Cold War, the decolonization of the empire, and the dawn of the digital age. As head of the Commonwealth, her influence extended far beyond Britain's shores. Through decades of profound social and political change, she remained a steadfast, reassuring presence, a living link to the country's past, and a quiet force for its future. Number 19. The shortest war in recorded history lasted a mere 38 minutes. The Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896 was a brutal, swift affair. The conflict ignited when Sultan Hamad bin Tuwaini died, and his cousin Khalid bin Bargash seized power without British approval. Britain, seeking to maintain control over the strategically important and abolitionist sultanate, issued an ultimatum: stand down by 9 a.m. When the deadline passed, 5 Royal Navy warships anchored in the harbor unleashed a devastating bombardment on the Sultan's palace. Over 500 shells rained down, and with his palace in flames and his forces decimated, Sultan Khalid fled, ending the war in less time than a lunch break. Number 18. Forget museums. For a true taste of history, visit a British pub. Some, like Ye Old Trip to Jerusalem in Nottingham, claim to be over 800 years old, built into the very caves beneath Nottingham Castle. These establishments are living chronicles, their foundations having soaked up centuries of stories, secrets, and songs. For generations, they were the heart of the community, a place for news, business, and refuge. Walking inside is like stepping back in time, beneath low-slung, blackened timber frames and beside stone hearths that have warmed countless travelers, locals, and perhaps even a few historical figures along the way. Number 17. It's one of London's most famous spectacles, the changing of the guard. Far more than just a tourist attraction, this is a formal military ceremony where the old guard hands over responsibility for protecting Buckingham Palace to the new guard. The soldiers are from 5 elite regiments of foot guards, and you can tell them apart by the plumes in their hats, and the spacing of their tunic buttons. Those iconic bearskin hats, known as bearskins, were adopted after the Battle of Waterloo to commemorate the defeat of Napoleon's Imperial Guard. And while the ceremony is steeped in tradition, the military band often surprises crowds with modern pop hits alongside classic marches. Number 16. The United Kingdom is aptly named. It's a political union of 4 distinct countries: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. This country of countries was formed over centuries through various acts of union. Each nation retains a fierce pride in its own unique identity, culture, and, in the case of Scotland, its own legal system. This modern diversity is managed through devolution, with separate parliaments or assemblies in Edinburgh, Cardiff, and Belfast handling local affairs. From the ancient Welsh language seen on road signs to the passionate rivalries in sport, the UK is a complex and fascinating mosaic of histories, all existing together under one flag. Number 15. London is home to the world's first underground railway. Opened in 1863, the Metropolitan Railway was a Victorian engineering marvel. Built using the cut-and-cover method, it initially used steam locomotives which filled the tunnels with smoke. The move to electric power allowed for the deep-level lines that earned it the nickname, the Tube. This pioneering network transformed urban transport, allowing London to sprawl outwards and creating the modern suburbs. Its iconic round tunnels, the genius of Harry Beck's map design, and the famous "Mind the Gap" warning are now synonymous with London life. Number 14. By a tradition dating back to the 12th century, all unmarked mute swans in England's open waters belong to the Crown. This law began when swans were a prized royal delicacy, a status symbol for banquets. Today, they are protected. The custom is celebrated annually during the Swan Upping on the River Thames. This 5-day journey is a ceremonial census to check the health of the royal flock, led by the Queen's Swan Marker. Interestingly, the monarch shares ownership on the Thames with 2 ancient trade guilds, the Vintners and Dyers Companies. This unique royal prerogative reinforces a connection between the monarchy and the nation's wildlife. Number 13. The UK is unusual in that it has no single written constitution. Unlike countries with a single supreme document, its governance is guided by a collection of laws, like the Magna Carta, judicial precedents, and strong political conventions. The core principle is parliamentary sovereignty, meaning parliament is the supreme legal authority. This flexible system has evolved over centuries and continues to adapt, making it a living constitution rooted deeply in history. It's a framework built on tradition, trust, and precedent, rather than a single supreme text. Number 12. The British Parliament is among the oldest in the world, with its origins in the 13th century. Evolving from a council advising the king, it eventually split into two chambers, the elected House of Commons and the appointed House of Lords. It has grown into the mother of parliaments, as its Westminster system of government has influenced democracies worldwide, from Canada to Australia. Housed in the iconic Palace of Westminster, its continuous history of debate and lawmaking spans over 800 years, representing a long, slow journey towards modern democracy. Number 11. The UK is one of the few countries where people drive on the left. This isn't a modern decision but a tradition thought to date back to medieval times. The prevailing theory is that a right-handed knight on horseback would keep left to have his sword arm free for defense against oncoming threats. Another theory points to teamsters driving large wagons, who sat on the rear left horse to keep their right whip hand free. While many nations switched, influenced by post-revolutionary France which favored the right, Britain held firm. The practice was officially mandated in the 1835 Highway Act, creating a distinctive and enduring feature of its roads that continues to puzzle tourists to this day. Number 10. Windsor Castle. Our journey begins with a fortress that has stood for nearly 1,000 years. Spanning 13 acres, it's the largest and oldest inhabited castle in the world, with history stretching back to William the Conqueror. Over the centuries, it has been transformed by monarchs into the magnificent palace we see today. More than a monument, it's a working royal residence where tradition meets the modern monarchy. It has survived sieges and even a devastating fire in 1992, rising from the ashes. As a favored home of Queen Elizabeth II, it remains a powerful symbol of the monarchy's enduring legacy. Number 9. Fish and chips, from a royal fortress to a national dish. This quintessential British takeaway has a rich history. Fried fish was introduced by Jewish immigrants, while chipped potatoes were a northern staple. The genius pairing of battered fish with hot chips became a sensation in the 1860s, a cheap meal that fueled the industrial working classes. Its importance was cemented during the World Wars when it was one of the few foods not rationed to boost national morale. It remains a true culinary icon of British comfort and resilience. Number 8. The Mystery of Loch Ness. We travel north to the Scottish Highlands to a body of water as famous for its beauty as for its secrets. This vast, deep loch is legendary as the home of Nessie. The sheer scale fuels the imagination. It contains more fresh water than all the lakes in England and Wales combined. A supposed sighting in 1933 sparked a global phenomenon. Despite countless investigations, the legend continues to draw hopeful monster hunters and curious tourists to its misty shores, proving the mystery is often more powerful than the truth. Number 7. The red double-decker bus. Instantly recognizable, this London icon is a moving landmark. The vibrant red color was chosen in the early 20th century to make the main bus fleet stand out from competitors. The design reached its zenith with the original Routemaster, introduced in the 1950s. Its open rear platform allowed for a hop-on hop-off experience, becoming a beloved symbol of the city. While newer models now navigate the streets, the red bus remains a quintessential part of the London experience and an emblem of British design. Number 6. A royal wedding. When a member of the royal family marries, the world stops to watch. These events are a spectacular fusion of ancient tradition, military precision, and fairy tale romance, often playing out in historic venues like Westminster Abbey. The day is a masterclass in public theater, from the highly anticipated reveal of the wedding dress to the solemn vows broadcast to billions. From the carriage procession through cheering crowds to the iconic balcony kiss, every moment is steeped in pageantry, captivating a global audience and showcasing the monarchy's cultural significance. Number 5. Big Ben actually refers to the Great Bell inside the Elizabeth Tower, not the tower itself. Number 4. The UK drinks over 100 million cups of tea every single day. It's practically a national fuel. Number 3. The Beatles are the best-selling band in history, and their influence still shapes music worldwide. Number 2. No one knows exactly why Stonehenge was built, but it's been standing for over 4,000 years. Number 1. Westminster Abbey has Britain's oldest door, made in the 1050s and still in use today. The UK is full of history, quirks, and surprises. Which fact did you find the most fascinating? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more amazing facts, only on Factopia.